US dollar, Japanese yen. For Kiwi USD on a daily time frame, we see that it's falling. It's touched the old high point of 61.56 and then fell all the way through to 59.33 all week. And for Kiwi USD, we met both our targets, as we met both our targets on USDJPY. So on Kiwi USD, currently it's below the EMA and it's below the downtrend line, presently sitting at 59.33. On a 4-hour chart, how I'm taking it this week is that I'm bearish on USD, so I expect it to rise from here. If it crosses a 60 mark, then I'll make my entry at 60.02 and the first target at 60.29 and second target at 60.67. On the reverse side, if it keeps falling very close by, make sure it completes the test here at 59.13. That will be my entry point. We are very close to it, and keeping first target at 58.83 and second target at 58.49. So all in all, we should be open both ways, but I expect it to rise from here and meet both the targets on the reverse side. Aussie USD, again same story for Aussie USD. Again, this is another commodity pair. So here we see presently sitting below EMA, presently sitting under the downtrend line on a daily time frame, currently sitting at 64.14, and I expect it to rise from here as I'm bearish on US dollar. On Aussie USD, we met our first target last week, and I expect it to rise from here, crossing 64.73 this time. So let's see on a 4-hour chart. How I have put is that if it crosses 64.73, then I'm taking my entry at 64.81 and keeping first target at 65.15 and second target at 65.36. My stop loss at 64.48. That's the old pivotal point. Now current pivotal point, and if it falls below the old support of 64.03 and makes a good test at 63.95, that will be my entry point, 63.95, keeping first target right above the old support 63.73 and second target at 63.39. So you see on the reverse side, I expect that it should rise. It should be bullish for the coming week, and we'll catch both the targets here. But if it fall, make sure that you're open on this side as well. So that's for Aussie USD. On a USD Swiss franc daily time frame, it's above the EMA, but it's on a downtrend, and on a daily time frame as of now currently sitting at 97.15, and I expect it to fall further. It might rise close to 97.40 and fall further from there. So let's see on a 4-hour chart how I have done it. On a USD Swiss franc, we could not get any trade last week, but I'm very hopeful that this will be this week. Coming week we'll make trades. So let's see on this one. As I said, we are currently sitting at 97.15, and I'm bearish on USD. So I don't want to risk for its very concentrated on close to 96.95 whenever it get close to here. So I've seen it that it's got a good pullback here, and it's again doing the good pullbacks here. So that being said, I'm keeping my entry point right below the very old support of last week, 96.66. So if it falls below that, right? So that there's no consolidation. So we cross the consolidation point, dot drops below 96.66, then I make my entry at 96.60, and keeping first target at 96.35 for the old, close to the old support, and second target at 96.02. On the reverse side, if it crosses this downtrend line and crosses the old resistance, then I'll make my first entry, my entry at 97.68. Make sure it makes a good test here, and keeping first target at 97.95 and second target at 98.36. All in all, for USD Swiss franc, if it crosses this consolidation area, falls below 96.66, then that'll be good entry point for us to capture all both the targets at in this area below 96.60 to all the way 96.02. So please open both ways on USD Swiss franc as well. Coming to crude oil, the sweet oil, that we did meet our target. First target we met, and I closed my crude oil at about 22.65, gaining close to 240 pips. Right, so this was our earlier target, first target, and but I gained extra pips on 240 plus, as it was meeting our plan and it was going forward, and that's what I expected to go forward bullish for the coming week as well, as even if USD is dropping. So let's stay that way. It might fall, but it'll fall after touching close to 24. That's what I expected to see, and that'll be its 786 value on fib. So for a super downtrend on a higher level. So as of now, I see that it might it'll go bullish from here further before falling. So let's see on a 4-hour chart. On a 4-hour chart, how I put together is that if it's it'll come back on Sunday night and Monday, and then we'll have a good entry point close to 22.14. Make sure it makes a test here. If it makes a test 22.14, let's keep our first target at 23.21 and second target up in the sky 24.60. And down below, once it starts falling, hit the old resistance and support, so that's 22.95. Once it crosses below, makes a good test here, 22.68, 22.70, so that'll be the entry point. 20.68 will be the entry point, keeping first target at 20.05 and second target at 18.87. As of now, it's rising, it's above the trend line, it's above the EMA, currently 22.62. I expect it to rise further, but touching our 22.14 value, that will be a good entry point once it makes a good test here. So I expect that it should rise 24.60 up to 24.60 before falling further. If it falls after that, that will be a good entry point. Right after 23.40, that will be a good entry point for us on our bearish entries. So stay open both ways, capture max pips. For gold, as of now rising against the previous market thought. So we started with 1700 last week, and currently sitting at 1742, did touch 1750 easily. That was my take. My take was that it'll go, we did not get into trade on this, but there's a further, I expect it to further rise. See, if Mr. Powell is against the negative interest rates, that means USD is having a potential drop. So with USD potential drop, the gold is heaven now. So that means it's sure to rise from here. if nothing changes. But again, we'll be open both ways. Let's see on a 4-hour chart how we are doing it. On a 4-hour chart, we are right close to 1742, 1750. From here, we'll see that if it makes a good test here, that'll be our, we haven't been this far, so 17, though we have touched old times, so 1754 will be my entry point if it makes a good test here, period. So 1754 is the entry point, keeping 1769 is our target for the first target, and 1796 97 will be our 1796.95 will be our second target. That's where up in the sky I want to see it going. On the reverse side, if it falls below and there's an old resistance that might turn into support, right? If it crosses that, falls below further, 1717 will be, and make sure it makes a test here. 1717 will be a good entry point for us, keeping first target at 1706.56 and second target at 1683.97. If it goes this way, then it'll come back to 17 value once again, and that will be a good point once again to go back and make our entries here close if it makes a second turn within the week. As of now, I expect it to rise from 1754 further all the way to 1800. So enjoy the ride up on a bullish move for gold. Alright traders, that's all from me for this week. You can get analysis, entries and exits on more pair at surplusforex.com. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please like, subscribe and share the video, and huge thanks to all the current participants who like, subscribe and share. For those who are new to Forex and now can get more information on trading Forex market from this book, I named it Forex Must-Haves, or by visiting website or surplusforex.com. I wish you all wonderful weekend and profitable trading in the week ahead, and see you next time.